Okay, hey guys, welcome back to an exciting video. I hope you're keeping really well and having a great day. My name is Marcus, and in today's video we'll be talking about Transferwise. So if you're not familiar with what Transferwise is basically a service where they allow you to transfer money from one country to another country. So from one currency to another currency. What I really like about Transferwise is because of the low transfer fees. So in this video we'll be talking about how Transferwise works, and we'll also be talking about how to process a transaction using Transferwise. So if that is something of interest to you, be sure to stick around and let's jump right into it. Also, if you would like to use the referral link down in the description below, it allows you to use Transferwise for free to process a transaction with no transfer fees up to a certain limit. Be sure to check out the link down in the description below, and let's jump right into it. So what makes Transferwise different? So there's two things that make Transferwise different. The first of all is the conversion rate that Transferwise uses, and then the second of all is the low transfer fees. So let me just give you an example to illustrate this. So typically when you use your traditional high street banks, when let's say you live in Europe and your family lives in the States, in America, so when you want to transfer money, typically when you use your traditional high street banks, you will go to the bank and then you will tell the bank, okay, I want to, or you will do it online, you want to transfer the money to US. So what they do is they will use their conversion rate, and they also charge you a foreign exchange processing fee. Their conversion rate is usually less favorable because they will take their cut, so it's usually less favorable than the mid-market rate that you see. So the mid-market rate that you can look at is like Google. And then the other thing is that the foreign exchange processing fee that they charge you is usually somewhere between like 1.75% to 3%. So that's why it makes it expensive when you want to transfer money from Europe to US. But then when you use Transferwise, it's much cheaper. You know why? Because they use the mid-market rate. So it's usually quite close to the Google rate when they use the mid-market rate. So that's why when they convert, the amount that the recipient receives is much more. So you actually benefit when you use Transferwise, and then their transfer fees is very low, and so you know upfront how much you're paying. You can see it on the website. So basically you can choose the option like low cost transfer or easy money transfer. So the fees is very transparent, and then you know upfront how much you're gonna pay. So you may be wondering, how exactly does Transferwise make its money? So I'll share that with you. So basically what they do is when you want to transfer money from, let's say, Europe to America, basically what you will do is you will log into your account, and then you fill in your recipient's details. So let's say your family lives in America, so you fill in their address, their email address, their bank routing number, their bank account number. And then after that, what Transferwise will do is it will take you to the next step. After that, they will give you a bank account. So their bank account is basically Transferwise European bank account. So what you will do is basically you will transfer your euros to their European bank account. And then what Transferwise will do is basically they will calculate how much so let's say you want to transfer 1,000. So 1,000 euros to the Transferwise 1,000 European bank account. And then what happens is they will calculate how much that 1,000 euros is worth in US dollars, and then they will tell their branch in America. So tell them they'll convert to American dollars, and then they'll tell the branch in America. And then what the Transferwise branch in America will do is they will transfer US dollars to your family's US bank account. That's how Transferwise works, and that's how they're able to offer such low fees, because Transferwise doesn't actually convert your euros to USD, and they don't physically transfer your euros, they don't physically transfer your money from one country to another country. So that's how they're able to offer you as the user such affordable fees. So I think it's like so helpful, especially when you use Transferwise. It's very convenient. So as long as they have like banks in all over the world, in most countries, then it should be no issues for you, especially when you transfer money in and out of the country, in different countries. So I think right now they have like in over more than 50 countries. So as long as they keep setting up their own Transferwise branches in different countries, you're able to make full use of these kind of transfer facilities and transfer money from one country to another country at low fees to you as the user. Another thing I want to share with you is that this effect is, especially when you think about it, if you transfer 100 euros to 100 USD, you might think, okay, the foreign exchange processing fee isn't that expensive. But then when you convert, like, let's say 10,000 euros to 10,000 euros to USD, you'll notice that if you use your traditional high street banks, it's more expensive because of the conversion rate. So the rate is not favorable, as you know. They use their own, it could be the banks, the high street banks, they might use Visa, they might use the MasterCard rate. Usually it's less favorable because they will take the cut and then they will charge you the foreign exchange processing fee. So that makes it expensive. But then when you use Transferwise, it's much lower because of the conversion rate. So sometimes you might see that, okay, so let's say you want to transfer 10,000. So when you transfer 10,000 compared to 1,000, so it becomes very expensive when you use this traditional high street banks compared to when you use Transferwise. And then sometimes, like sometimes you will notice why when you transfer, let's say 50,000 euros to USD, you will notice how come the transfer fee for Transferwise looks more expensive, but then at the end of the day your recipient receives more with Transferwise compared to with the traditional high street banks. So it's basically because of the conversion rate. The conversion rate that Transferwise uses is the most favorable one. It's very close to the Google rate. That's why when they convert, the recipients still gets more. So at the end of the day, regardless, Transferwise seems to be the most obvious answer to transfer money overseas at the lowest cost, especially when you do a lot of foreign exchange transaction. If you have high frequency of transaction, you do a lot of transactions, and if you transfer huge amounts of huge value transactions, so it makes it very affordable. And the thing with Transferwise is that they're very upfront with the fees, so you know how much you're paying, when it's going to receive, and how much the recipient is going to receive. So I think that makes it very attractive to people, to its users, you know, because the kind of regular high street banks, you don't really see when they'll receive it, and then sometimes it's just you don't know when exactly how much is going to be converted. So I think Transferwise is more transparent, it's easier to use as well, and it's very convenient. They also have a multi-currency account, so if you want to hold currencies in like pounds, you want to hold it in euros, US dollars, you can hold multi-currency accounts. So in your Transferwise account, you can hold these kind of different currencies. They also have they have a debit card, so if you are traveling abroad a lot and you want to pay for expenses, you can use your debit card. So that's very convenient, especially if you go to different countries globally a lot and you don't want to lose out on the foreign exchange conversion. So I think that's very convenient. So let me just show you how to process a transaction using Transferwise. So again, if you would like to process a transaction for free with no transfer fees, be sure to check out the link down in the description below, and let's jump right into it.
Okay, hey guys, welcome to my screen. So basically, if you use the link below, you will get a free transfer up to £500. So you don't need to pay any transfer fees when you use the link below. So in this example, I'm just going to show you, for example, you want to send euros to USD. So there's a few options you can select here: low cost transfer, fast transfer, easy transfer. Usually I'll go for the low cost transfer because it's the lowest fees. And then the thing here is they even give you a discount, €3.33, so that's pretty amazing. So at the end of the day, you only pay €1.81 in transfer fees, and then the amount that they convert is this 998 using this rate. The recipient gets $1,228 dollars. So you can see the rate that they use, this 1.23 is the mid-market rate, so it's the most favorable rate to you as the user. So let me just show you here. So you can see it's 1.23. So €1 equals to $1.23. So you can see it's the same, 1.23. So when you compare this to the banks, here you can see that when you use Transferwise, the recipient gets the most amount compared to the others. So with Transferwise they get 1,228 compared to if they use these kind of traditional banks, these kind of financial institutions. So because it's the rate that they use is the most favorable. Usually these kind of banks, these kind of financial institutions, they would take a cut. That's why the rate you can see is less favorable when they charge you using their own conversion rate. And then sometimes because of their foreign exchange fees, you can see it's pretty expensive compared to the Transferwise transfer fee. So that's why at the end of the day, using Transferwise is the most affordable way to transfer money. Okay, hey guys, so when you click the register button, basically it'll bring you to this page. So you just key in your email address, create a strong password, you can just put in your country of residence, and then you just click this sign up. Let's say you want to transfer 1,000 euros to USD. So you can see this is the mid-market rate that they use, 1.22 for how much fees you're paying. Then the recipient will get 1,220 USD. So when you compare this against the other banks, 220, you can see you get 1,220 compared to the regular banks. The recipient will only get 1,191. So there's like 30 US dollar less, 40 US dollar less. So it's very beneficial to use Transferwise. So after that, you just click continue. So you can send to yourself, to someone else, to business or charity. So let's say I send to someone else. So you'll fill in their email address, the recipient's address, their bank details. If it's a US bank account, they have a routing number and an account number, and then you just click confirm. So after you've clicked confirm for the recipient, it'll bring you to this review page. So you just need to review the transaction. So it's basically you're sending 1,000 euros. The fee is this 5 euros 14 cents. They'll convert this amount at the mid-market rate, and the recipient will get 1,220 US dollars. And it arrives on the 5th of January. Usually it doesn't take that long, maybe 1 or 2 days, but but over here they give you the estimated date of arrival, so you kind of have an idea. So if you're happy with that, then you just click confirm. How you want to transfer it, so you get to manually transfer from your bank account. This is the lowest fee option. You can see here, 5 euros 14 cents, or you can fast transfer it using debit or credit cards, or you can transfer by this middleman transfer service as well. If you like to transfer with a middleman, you can use this middleman service provider as well. So if you're happy with that, then you just click continue to payment. So usually it's your own account, then you just click continue. So you can click online banking, but if you are processing it through telephone banking or from your branch, from your bank branch, you can click this 2 option as well. So over here you can see you'll be transferring your euros to this European bank. So their Transferwise European bank account is in Brussels, Belgium. So this is a beautiful place. I've been to Brussels. It's a beautiful, really beautiful place with a lot of good food. Yeah, so you can transfer it to this European bank account, and then be sure to quote this on a transaction if you want to make sure that it has gone through, or if there's any issues, you can just quote this reference number with your bank, with Transferwise. They are able to follow up with it for you. So usually there's no issues. It's pretty straightforward.
So thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. I hope that this provides you better insight in terms of how Transferwise works. I think that once you know how it works, you know the fees that's offered, you're able to make full use of the facilities that's offered to you, and not incur such expensive fees, especially when you process a lot of foreign exchange transactions, because they do add up, especially when you want to like transfer money across borders, like to give to your family, your friends, or like you pay freelancers, those kind of stuff. So they do add up. So really hope you found this video helpful. Do let me know which if you're using Transferwise, what are the features you like about Transferwise, or what are the features you think that they could improve upon. Really love to hear from you as well. Let me know down in the comments below. I will read your comments, so I would love to hear from you. Be sure to smash the subscribe button, ring the bell notification. Thank you so much again for watching, and I'll see you in the next